this I'll take here. Great.
Good Shabbos. How are you?
I told us I'm not gonna tell Macy. I said we don't.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya 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 la 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 la, together, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la. I'm listening to you. Ya la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya 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 la la la, ya 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 la la la, ya 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 la la la, ya la la, ya la la,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
We're going to take a few moments to just greet the people around us, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. You can get up, mingle for a minute or two, and then we'll call you back in song.
Ya la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, la la la, ya la la, ya la la, la la la, ya la la la, ya 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 la la, la la la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la la.
Now I invite you to settle down, to breathe in, and to breathe out. One more time to breathe in the joy of Shabbat, and to breathe out the stresses and busyness of the week we're saying goodbye to. As those of you who have been coming for the past few weeks know, we are in the month of Elul, which is the last month of the Jewish calendar, the month where we prepare our souls for entering the new year of Rosh Hashanah, where we have a time of introspection and we reflect, are we where we want to be? Are we living the way we want to be living, making good choices? And that is our theme for our service tonight, that spirit of introspection and the notion that teshuvah, that return, is close. And there is a riddle I always do with our students, and here is the riddle for this time of year. How far is it from east to west? It's not a rhetorical question. How far is it from east to west? Yes. One turn. You're brilliant. One turn. One turn is how we bring ourselves in line with where we want to be. And so with that in mind, we continue our Shabbat worship, and it is my pleasure to invite up our bat mitzvah and her family for the kindling of the Shabbat candles, the Rubel family. We turn to page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner Shel Shabbat.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness remind us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
We continue with the words of Kiddush on page 4.
Vayehi erev, vayehi boker, yom hashishi. V'yechalu hashmayim, v'haaretz v'kol sevaam. V'yachol Elohim bayom hashivi, malakto asher asa. V'yishbot bayom hashviyi mikol malakto asher asa. V'yivarech Elohim et yom hashviyi v'yikadesh oto. Ki vo shalat mikol malakto asher bara Elohim la'asot.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'achava ratzon Himhilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehillah lemikrai kodesh zecher tziyat Mitzrayim ki vanu bacharta be'otah Mikol ha'amim Shabbat kodecha be'ahava u'ratzon tinhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. What a sweet voice you have. It was really beautiful. As the Rubels drink their wine. We'll all have a chance afterwards. We're going to turn in our prayer books to page 8 as we recite this prayer of reflection together. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. We continue in song on page 16 with Zamru Ladonai.
Zamru Ladonai, Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai. Oh, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai. We add the words Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, Bechinor Vekol Simra, Bachad Sotzrot Vekol Shofar, Hariu Lifnei HaMelech Adonai. Oh, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Irum Hayom Umlo, Tevel Veyosh Beva, Neharot Yimcha Ulchav, Yachad Harim Yironenu, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, Lai 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 Lai, 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 Lai 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 Lai, Lai
We turn now to page 20 for the words of Lecha Dodi. Come, my beloved, we welcome the bride of Shabbat.
Yalla la 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 lecha dodi. Yalla la 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 likrat kala. Yalla la 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekave. Yalla la 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 lecha dodi. Yalla la 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 likrat kala. Yalla la 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובשולה, תוכם עונה, עבסי גולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה.
Page 28, we remain standing for our call to worship, the Baruch Hu.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai.
Together we pray on page 31. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim.
We remain standing for the Shema.
Shema
Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם.
You're welcome. Not only does she sing beautifully, but she's going to be blowing the shofar on Rosh Hashanah for the first time for our congregation. So we have that to look forward to as well. And as we are in this month of Elul, as I've already shared with you, I am going to recite a special translation of Ve'ahavta for this month of Elul. You shall love the ones who are close with all your heart, with all your spirit, with all your strength. Remember these words, inscribe them on your heart. Love them when they struggle, when they sadden and disappoint you. Love them when they fail. See the good within them even when they can't. Look at them and listen, even when it's hard. Be grateful for their guidance, even their reproof, when they save you from yourself. Love them when they give you joy, and love them when they don't. When you lie down, let go of anger. When you rise up at dawn, begin again. Praise them for their deeds at home. Speak to them in public with respect. Bind yourself to the ones you love with promises kept and vows fulfilled. Open to them the gates of your heart, the doorway of your soul, and let them know you. So shall the ones you cherish feel your love, your presence, and your care. Amen. We are going to continue with our chanting of Mi Chamocha, our words of freedom. We think of all the ways we can change our lives to be even more free.
Mi Chamocha, call and response. So I will make the first call, and hopefully you'll respond with Rabbi Pomerantz. Mi Chamocha,
Mi Chamocha,
Mi Chamocha,
Mi Chamocha,
Ba'elim,
Ba'elim,
Adonai,
Adonai,
Mi Chamocha, Mi Chamocha, Nehtar,
Nehtar,
Ba'kodesh, Today, we commemorated the 26th anniversary of Hurricane Andrew, still one of the most catastrophic hurricanes in U.S. history. For me personally, it was a pretty close encounter with, I thought at the time, perhaps death, living in the very south part of Miami with my family, as I questioned whether or not we would make it out alive, while huddled under a mattress in our home with our children, ages 3 and 1 at the time. I remember praying for God's protection as our home was literally falling apart around us. But from darkness came light. We were saved, and we would rebuild our lives and our community again. And I have no doubt that perhaps some of you share similar stories. So as you weather those storms in your life, I pray that the Hashkivenu prayer, this beautiful evening prayer, will give you the same comfort that it continues to give me throughout my life. So we're going to continue with Let There Be Love, understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. You can find these beautiful words, the setting, on pages 43 and 44, the facing pages. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, leShalom. Vehamidenu, Shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu, Sukat shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, leShalom. Once more. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, leShalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Thank you, Cantor. We turn to pages 46 and following for Hatfilah, the central prayers of our worship service. And here in this section of prayer, we read these words: pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, open up that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagit tehilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagit tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei v'Neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rab Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memid Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'nemanat halachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
You may be seated. And before we have the opportunity to pray the remaining prayers of the Amidah or the prayers of our heart, I share this Elul charge with you. Our mission is to plant ourselves at the gates of hope, not the prudent gates of optimism, which are somewhat narrower, nor the stalwart, boring gates of common sense, nor the strident gates of self-righteousness, which creak on shrill and angry hinges. People cannot hear us there. They cannot pass through. Nor the cheerful, flimsy garden gate of everything is going to be all right, but a different, sometimes lonely place of truth-telling about your own soul, first of all, and its condition, the place of resistance and defiance from which you see the world both as it is and as it could be, as it will be, the place from which you glimpse not only its struggle, but joy in the struggle. And we stand there beckoning and calling, telling people what we're seeing, asking them what they see. We pray silently.
keeping with our theme of return, we refer to our Shabbat program for this beautiful piece entitled Return. Hopefully you'll be able to sing with me. We return, we return, we return, return again. We return, we return, we return, return again and again to love.
Beautiful, beautiful. And at this moment, we turn our thoughts to those who are in need of a prayer of healing and hope. And so if you were in a need of prayer for physical or spiritual well-being, or you have a loved one who's in need of a prayer, I'll invite you to please rise at this time, and I'll call on you to share that name with our congregation. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you. We've also been asked to pray on behalf of the following individuals: Gail Ossip, George Lublin, Donald Krasner, Jason Albert, Lenny Hecht, Bill Meadow, David Siegel, Judith Ryder Cornelissen, Elisa Benray, Muriel Dubrow, Marta Leva, Marilyn Sheffman, Randy and Shirley Aronson, Sylvia Levitsky, Roberta Ty, Vicki Engelman, Sherry Werbin, Doris Oleski, Amos Nauman, Arlene Lassell, Maria Bernard, Gabrielle Desaunier, Hannah Sarah Bat David, Havalea Bat Hadassah, Nina Burstein, Ella Rubel, Joanna Leese, Bill Jean Smith, Linda Lee, Esther Bat Zissel, Marty Winston, Ruth Rachel Bat Sarah, Rachel Bat Miriam, Ravi Patel, Roz Castle, and Herb Block. We also continue to pray on behalf of Israeli and American soldiers who are missing or being held captive. We continue to hold them in our prayers, as together we pray for healing and hope for all of them with the words of those who sow, which are in your handout.
Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears, those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy.
And this is indeed a moment of joy when we are able to welcome one so pure-hearted and loving to the Jewish people. It's my pleasure to invite up Moy, who I cannot see, but I know she's here. There she is. This morning, Moy entered into the waters of the mikvah. She's with her, so it's okay. And Moy, first of all, I have to thank your husband, Brian. Brian, I'm thanking you for bringing her to us because she is really such a joy, such a loving person. She approached this day with such sincerity, with such joy, and with such a loving heart. And it is a pleasure to welcome you. It's also particularly significant that Moy makes this step right before Rosh Hashanah so she can enter the Jewish New Year as a Jewish person, and we're especially delighted about that. And so now I say to you, O God, grant loving favor to Moy, as in this holy place we welcome her into Jewish life. Knowing well the history of our martyrdom in years past, Moissarat has chosen to join herself to our people's faith. We open our hearts to her. Strengthen her in her resolve. Help her to live in fidelity to the decision she has made and to the promise she is about to utter. May she always find satisfaction and joy in the fulfillment of your sacred mitzvot. Grant her many years of strength and happiness as a worthy member of our congregation. We praise you, O God, in whose presence is the fullness of joy. And now, Moy, I'm going to ask you 6 questions, and the answer is yes to all of them. Do you choose to enter the eternal covenant between God and the people Israel and to become a Jew of your own free will?
Yes.
Do you accept Judaism to the exclusion of all other religious faiths and practices?
Yes.
Do you pledge your loyalty to Judaism and to the Jewish people under all circumstances?
Yes.
Do you promise to establish a Jewish home? I know you already have. And to participate actively in the life of the synagogue and of the Jewish community?
Yes.
Do you commit yourself to the pursuit of Torah and Jewish knowledge?
Yes.
If you should be blessed with children, God willing, do you promise to raise them as Jews?
Yes.
And now Moy has chosen to read for us a passage from the book of Ruth.
Ruth said, "Entreat me not to leave you, or to return from following after you. For whether you go, I will go. Wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried."
And now, Moy, I'd love for you to share these beautiful words that you've written with our congregation.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
With a shaky voice and sweaty palms, very sweaty palms, I stand here to tell you a little bit about me, my family, and my journey in becoming officially Jewish. I grew up in a Catholic home, but most importantly, I grew up with my mom, a psychologist, where every feeling was allowed its time to be felt, experienced, and understood. Home has always been where I can freely but very consciously express myself. While in high school, I expressed my interest in conversion to my mom. Remember how I mentioned her profession? Well, to no surprise, I got questions like, "How do you feel about that?" And at that time, I realized I wasn't prepared to make this decision as my answers were very superficial. Friday night dinners with prayers, wine, and your family. What's not to love? I've come to realize how grateful I am that I've had a mom that allows me to explore freely, but reminds me to live with intentions, with awareness, and with purpose. A dad that even an ocean away, supports me and is currently watching online, and a brother who challenges me but also inspires me. Through and with my husband and wonderful in-laws, I've had the opportunity to find the why, to learn and truly experience the Jewish religion and realize that through this conversion, I am requiring of myself a thorough education in Jewish practices and their meaning. And as I seek closeness to God, as I try to infuse my life with greater meaning and holiness, I've understood that there is so much to study, to learn, practice, and understand. So to my incredible Rabbi Pomerantz, who's made this experience so meaningful, thank you. For investing your time in me, sharing your knowledge, and making me feel so welcome.
You're welcome. And now we're going to rise as we open the doors of the ark and put the Torah in Moi's arms. And I'm going to call up her husband, Brian, otherwise known as Sherm, who grew up here at Temple, to stand with her. So come on up here. So you stand before the open ark with this Torah in your arms, which has guided us and sustained us. And the words you're about to recite are the first prayer that a Jew learns. They'll be the first prayer that you utter, and the last prayer a Jew says. And so I invite you to recite the words of the Shema. Beautiful. And now, Moi, you are known by the name Moi Sarat, which means you are always linked in love to those who gave you life and to your mother who's here today and takes such pride in you. And the really interesting thing that Moi shared with me today is Moi Sarat is named for her father Moses, Moshe. So that too is a connection to Jewish heritage. And from this time forth, you shall also be known within the Jewish community as Chana bat Avraham v'Sarah. And Chana means grace of God. And you carry that grace with you. You bring it with you wherever you go. And my prayer for you is that you fill your life with it and everybody who loves you's lives with it. May this name bring respect to you and honor to the Jewish people. We rejoice to welcome into our midst one who willingly and devotedly helps replenish the ranks of our people. As our people have done in ages past, I'm going to bless you with the words of our ancients, and I'll call up my colleagues who are here to come bless you with me. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May the light of God's face shine on you and shine through you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's presence always be with you both and grant you a lifetime of good health, of love, of joy, and of shalom, of wholeness and peace. And let us all say, Amen. Mazel tov.
Sippin' tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sippin' tova, sippin' tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sippin' tova, sippin' tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sippin' tova, yehlanu, sippin' tova, sippin' tova, sippin' tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sippin' tova, sippin' tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sippin' tova, yehlanu.
And as we are rejoicing in this wonderful addition to our people, we call up Marty Winston, and we rejoice that he is with us tonight for his birthday. So please join us on the bima. Yes, you were missed. We also call up the Rubel family to join us on the bima as we open the arks. And together we say a prayer of gratitude that all of us have arrived to this moment.
Baruch
atah Adonai,
Adonai Eloheinu,
melech haolam,
שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. אמן.
can join us up here who want to. We're going to turn to page 282 as the ark doors are opened for the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol la'tei gedula liyotzeh bereshit shelo asanu kigoyeh ha'aratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום
Please be seated. We take a moment now to remember all those who came before us, those who may have died in years past at this season, those who may have died in recent days. As a congregation, we remember the more than 6 million men, women, and children that were murdered in the Shoah. We remember all those who perished in the name of liberty, justice, freedom, and righteousness. Remember all those who died making sure that our homeland exists for us and for Jews everywhere. And we remember all the innocent victims of hatred, ignorance, terrorism, and of natural disasters. On this Shabbat, we remember friends and family whose yortzites are being observed and whose names have lovingly been inscribed on plaques which are in our alcove of remembrance. We remember Max Anker, Stanley Arkin, Sam Bayer, Israel Bursteiner, Beatrice M. Burson, Mildred Krinsky Blankstein, Mary Blaustein, Irving Jacob Bloom, Fanny Broad, Jerry Brooks, Saul Cooper, Lisa Druckman, Elliot L. Feinberg, Hyman Goldman, Sonia Gollum, Jeanette Gudkowski, Eunice Allen Groff, Barbara Grunther, Irving B. Kaplan, Samuel Katz, Blanche Kay, James S. Nopke, Isaac Kotler, Laura Kaplan-Levin, Theodore Lieberman, Minna Lippman, Samuel Meiselman, Edna Meiselman, Rebecca Merwitzer, Fred Rosenberg, Rose Hankoff Rubenstein, William Walter Saul, Mortimer Schaefer, Sarah M. Schlesinger, Ronald H. Seiden, Annie Seltzer, Jerry Siegel, Samuel Sir, Alan Sirota, Sarah Sredny, Taub Topping, Bruce Wayne. We remember as well friends and families whose names have been inscribed in our hearts, and their yortzites are being observed at this time. Remember Samuel Jacob Albert, Leon Bernard, Doris Binderman, Philip Bloom, Laser Brown, Max Citron, Lottie Constantin, Anita Feidelson, Robert Gaffin, Morris Goot, Renee Hassan, Irvin W. Kanat, Sam Lassinger, Fred Levine, Adrian Carroll Lubar, Cecil McIver, Seymour Merberg, Arlene Narson, Sophie Roth, Renee Kotick Rustin, David M. Sadkin, Anna Schechter, Andrew Schultz, Adolf Schwartz, Ronald Allen Seitz, Ellen Shaw, Richard H. Siegel, Mildred Simon, Estelle Sivak, Agnes Wachter, Louis Weinstein, Morton Weisberger, Ben Zach, Leopoldo Zakroisky. And we remember on this Shabbat friends and family who've died in recent days, and their families remain in the Shloshim of mourning, in the 30-day period of mourning. We remember Michael Kropp, Seth Joseph, Linda Boyask, Lillian Brick, Rabbi Daniel Tracer, Gladys Lawrence. And if there's a name that I haven't mentioned and you're observing, you have Kaddish, you have Yortzeit, I'll ask you to please rise and mention those names out loud. And please remain standing as we're going to join together for Kaddish in just a moment. Zecher Tzaddik Livracha. May the memory of all the righteous in our lives be a blessing as we recite with one voice words of Kaddish, page 294. Please rise together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei rabbah, v'yalma divrach cherutei v'yamlech malchutei, b'chai echon v'yom echon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'yimeru, Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam olamei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei d'kudusha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, da'amiran v'yama v'yimru, yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, V'yimaru, amen. May the source of peace grant peace to all of you who mourn, comfort all who are bereaved, and send healing to all who are bereaved, as together we say, amen. Please be seated. And as I invite up Vanessa Ressler, a member of our board, to share greetings, I want to just extend an invitation to any of you who have been thinking about maybe becoming Jewish. If you've ever thought about that and you'd like to talk to someone about it, please know your clergy, the rabbis, the cantor are all available to speak with you and to help you through that process. There is a new class that's starting in a week, and so now would be a really good time to give one of us a call. The invitation is open. Vanessa.
Shabbat Shalom. Wow, this is pretty cool. This is definitely one of the best parts of being a member of the Board of Trustees, is being able to have the honor of giving announcements to you guys on Friday nights every now and then. So firstly, I wanted to say, oh, really? I'm not loud enough? That's not like me. Just ask my husband. Mazel tov, yeah. Mazel tov, Nicole, and we are so proud of you. Tomorrow is going to be amazing, I'm sure, and congratulations to your entire family on reaching this milestone in your life. And where did Moy go? Is she? Welcome. Welcome to the family, from one import to another. This is we look forward to getting to know you. So, are we all ready for the September chaos, also known as the High Holy Days? Yeah? Four quick things. The first is a shameless plug. If you have any children or know any children that are in the age bracket of 5 to 11, we start practicing for the Shalom Rockers Children's Choir on Sunday. So it's now is the time. Find me after services. We have a lovely group. Number 2, Brotherhood has their opening event on Thursday at the Betsy Hotel. Speak to Mark if you'd like some information. The third thing, you can find a lot more information in your programs, but Selichot is the 1st of September, and I know that they always have an amazing film picked every year and a very hearty discussion and prayer, and that's an event that should not be missed. Lastly, save the date for the TBS Golf Open, which is Monday, the 29th of October, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Mark has asked me to remind you that if you are RSVP'd for the potluck, go that way after services. If you're not, you can go that way. And I think that's it. Thanks for listening. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. You get all 4 rabbis tonight. Very exciting. And we get all of you. This sermon is 6 words long. Actually, it's 1,334, but it's about the power of capturing the profound in the concise, about encapsulating nothing less than the fullness of one's entire life experience in just 6 simple words. Think it can be done? Yes. Good. Thank you, Adam. Chef Mario Batali's 6 words autobiography reads, "Brought it to a boil, often." Comedian Jon Stewart's memoir proclaims, "Well, I thought it was funny." And 9-year-old Hannah Davies captures her brief existence by writing, "Cursed by cancer, blessed with friends." Almost makes Twitter and its 140-character limit look unnecessarily generous, yes? A literary folktale holds that the 6-word genre was born when Ernest Hemingway was once challenged to create a story of this length. His response, "For sale," baby shoes, never worn. Some call this brief tale Hemingway's best work, while others dismiss it as a mere urban legend. Either way, six-word narrative soon arrived on the literary scene, and it's been here to stay ever since. Of course, there's nothing particularly magical about the number 6, although it's interesting to note how many significant axioms and expressions fit this quaint paradigm. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, the central creed of Jewish belief. It manages to convey the ethical monotheism that is at the heart of our tradition in just a few short words. The Seder plate, 6 important symbolic items. A Star of David, 6-pointed star. And not just in Judaism. In 1987, President Ronald Reagan made history in just 6 words during his speech at the Brandenburg Gate when he uttered the now iconic, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." 6 words have the power to change the course of human history. So why my newfound obsession with the 6-word narrative? This literary form may be charming and clever, expedient, but that's not why I suddenly find it so compelling. Rather, I think that the 6-word narrative can be a powerful tool in helping us work towards teshuvah, the spiritual return that is at the heart of the high holiday season. 6 words may have the power to change the course of human history. More importantly, they have the power to change the course of our own lives. 6 words help us understand that teshuvah can be manageable. Rabbi Shammai Cantor tells the story of biking one summer in a section of a rural countryside when he suddenly passed a huge sign that read, "If you're headed in the wrong direction, God allows U-turns." And this message has stuck with me ever since. Teshuvah is often thought of as a turning back from undesirable things, bad habits, patterns of behaviors, broken relationships, or interpersonal dynamics, a feeling of God's absence. But I prefer to think of teshuvah as turning towards rather than turning away, making that sacred U-turn back in the direction of wholeness and blessing, to a place where we are our best and most fully actualized selves, and accordingly attract the best and most fully actualized selves of others. Teshuvah is returning to our center, our core, the place from which we derive joy and meaning, satisfaction and connectedness. To rediscover that place, particularly if we've not been there in quite some time, takes a good bit of work. So how do we begin this process of teshuvah, of working towards making teshuvah manageable? This is where I believe the 6-word memoir can help us. Rabbi Micah Peltz, a conservative rabbi in New Jersey, challenged members of his community to write their own autobiographies as part of an exercise designed to reflect on their lives and ultimately move towards their teshuvah. He shared to write any memoir, but especially one characterized by such an economy of words, requires a person to think deeply about who he or she is at their core, but consider the very questions that are at the heart of true return. So what pieces of your life would you make a 6-word memoir capture? What questions might you raise? How would these words reflect your family and your relationship, your home and your community, your work, your passions, and the Jewish people? One would think that if they reflect on such a question of where did they come from or how did they get here, that they could also imagine their future. What will come for me next? How do I control where I go? I'd like to share with you some of the memoirs that were collected by Rabbi Peltz, and I think that you'll be as moved by them as I was. Standing for Israel first and always. Generation to generation, pass it on. Many of the memoirs reflected family like daughter, wife, mother, blessed 3 times. Good health, family, friends, l'chaim. College romance, marriage, children, grandchildren, alone. And many presented personal mantras or maxims for good living. The golden rule says it all, attempting daily to understand myself better. I too would like to challenge members of our community to create personal 6-word memoirs as part of this process of moving towards true teshuvah, that is at the heart of this high holiday season. Talk about these 6 words at tonight's potluck dinner, or oneg, if you're going that way. Think about them during the quiet moment in tomorrow's Torah study or minyan service. Think about them when you lie down and when you rise up. I'd like to close tonight with a story, one of my most favorites, in fact, about teshuvah and how best to achieve it. It comes from a midrashic collection, Pesikto Rabbatai, and tells of a king who had a son he loved very much. When the son was a very young man, he ran away from home. He traveled further and further from his father's kingdom and had many experiences and discovered many new things. But after a while, he began to miss his home. His friends said to him, "Go back, for surely your father misses you a great deal." But the son replied, "I have gone too far and do not have the strength to travel the whole way home by myself." So he sent his father a note, and the reply came back almost immediately. His father wrote, "Come back as far as your strength will take you, and wherever that place is, I will meet you." It can be quite hard to find our way back home, to make this holy U-turn, to rediscover what's inside of us, and to reach this place of wholeness and blessing where we are our best and most fully actualized selves. Luckily, however, we don't have to travel the distance entirely on our own. Our friends, our family, our community, our tradition, and our God are all here to help us along the way. I conclude with 6 words to help us all get started in the process of teshuvah. There's no time like the present. Shabbat Shalom. I invite up the rest of the clergy team as we conclude with Return Again. You can find it in your packets, and I ask that you please rise. Thank you.
Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.